Got 2012 Honda Crosstour. So we installed an amp using the factory radio and hooking up well, everything's used American base 12, a Pioneer 1000 watt GMA 5702. We're gonna hook up using a kicker line out converter with the built-in remote output. So now right here, I'm gonna start off right here, taking all this panel off first. You can use a flathead on this if you want to use a flathead, and just pop it, start moving forward right here, keep going right there and pry it out. I'm using one hand, but it's pretty simple. Just be careful because this plastic is fragile. And that right there, you can pop it off out that way, and then I probably have some light here. Yep. Now what I do, I pry this out a little bit and push it forward a little bit because this thing gonna open. It's okay, it's not gonna break, but see that piece right here? That you wanna take that out, the clip right there. You wanna take it out and put it back in there when you put it back, so it won't push it out. Put that clip back in there. They usually come out like that, and then the other clip didn't come out, so it's staying right there, so that's good. So when you come back, put it back, you just push it back, match the hole right there, find the hole. But when you put it back, you wanna pull this up, out, backward, pull it backward so it go in the hole, and then snap it back in. Make sure you get the right in that right hole. Where's that hole? Actually, this don't have a hole, it will go right there. So now I'm gonna look for a place to drill. I don't see any place, but we might have to drill right there. But I'm gonna go look out front and see if we can find a good location to run the wire, because usually I just run to a rubber boot, but this doesn't look like that. Now I saw a rubber boot right there. I'm gonna look at the back, see if I can be able to access that rubber boot right there. If you want me to point it, it'd be right there. So I'm gonna go back. I did saw a hole that's already made, or I don't know if it's original factory. It looks factory. So I'm gonna point that light right there. You see it, Walter? Yeah. See that piece right there? That right there. I'm gonna push it from the inside. Okay. Maybe if I can do that, but if not, it's still hot right now. I just touched this piece right there. It burned my skin a little bit. Yep, that's original. You can run that. Just take a flat a screwdriver and push it from the inside, and you should be able to get that hole. And then I don't know if that hole is big enough for, yeah, it's big enough for 4 gauge. And then after that, I'm gonna hot glue it so there's no air holes. Now I ran the wire from here on the top, on top of you can see right there, on top of the brake, on top, everything on top, so nothing will catch on the steering wheel right here. So all the way to the top right there, and then run it through that holes, and then someone can grab it, or you can go and grab the wire. And then I should run a remote already with that, but because sometimes never mind, the remote wires over here. So if the line out converter doesn't work right, you can do it over here. And the factory amplifier, is that a factory amplifier? Maybe it is. Now before I run the red wire, the power wire, I'm gonna pull this up like so, and then I'm gonna take a flathead or something, or I can start moving from this out a little bit, and then I'm gonna have to move this forward right here. I have the door removal tool, so it make it easy. So I just go like that and push it out like this, but I cannot do with one hand. So don't want to break anything. I'm gonna go to the opposite side and do the same. Can you move this for me? Yep. And now I'm in the back seat. I'm gonna start doing the same thing. Pry this out right here, pull it up, and then take this out. I might have to take the seat out. We'll have to see in a second. So you pry this thing out. Once you get this out, you get that piece out a little bit. So you're gonna have to take the seat out. In order to take the seat out, you're gonna have to go inside this piece right there and pull it towards you. Push it in like this. There's a clip. Push it in like this and pull it straight out. Now the opposite side, what you want to do, you want to put your hand right there. You're trying to pull it. Actually, you can't push it. You just grab them like that and then just push it out. But sometimes it won't come out. So you got to push this down a little bit with the other hand, your right hand, and then you should be able to go ahead and push that in for me. Push easy. Yep. Okay, now pick it up. There you go. That's it. Move.
It's moving.
It's moving right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's recording that night right now already? Oh, shoot. Okay, well, now you want to pull this with your hand and out like this and kind of lift it a little bit. There's a clip right there. It's removable, so you can just pull it out like that. So now you got access to the back. So all you had to do is take this piece out right there, and then I try to use my hand first. Like that, but be careful right here, you can break that. So you want to use something to pry it out, work with it slowly, and then come out like that. Some of them are harder, some of them are not. I would just go easy because you don't want to break them pieces and it costs some money. So right now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this speaker wire right there. There's a color right here. I haven't figured out what color is positive yet. I'm gonna run the power wire, and then I'm gonna tap the speaker to the speaker wire and run it to the back. Oh,
it's counting.
Okay, well right now I'm taking a blade. I'm just cutting that off a little bit so I can take this to get to the speaker wire. You got yellow and brown. Now we got yellow and brown. As yellow as is a positive, so I'm trying to squeeze it. You can take a flathead and do this part, or everybody do it a different way. I use T-tap. T-taps make it easy. Now just go like that and then just crimp it. I have a small issue with my right hand. That piece right there, you can see that big bubble coming out. Swollen because I crimped too long. 20 something years I've been just crimping, especially for the winter. Do a lot of remote starter. I crimp a lot, and it hurts right now. So getting old, I guess. So I'm gonna use my left hand. Hopefully my left hand's strong enough. So, and then I use a little bit of this because that left hand ain't gonna do it all. Just push it in like that and crimp. Looks easy on a small wire, but when you do a thicker wire and trying to cut and crimp, it hurts. Trust me. I don't believe that before. Now I believe it because my aunt be doing a crimping 8 hours a day at her work, and she had that problem too. So just right there, make sure it's in the right position. Now as I mentioned earlier, yellow is positive, so I ran speaker wire right there already, which is yellow. Gonna go to the red one because I'm gonna use as positive. So yellow is positive, and then the brown is negative. So now I can be able to run the wire through here and go in there and go to the front. In order to do ground, I sand it really good, and then I use 2 self-tapping screw right there. You always want to use 2. If you're using 1, it's not good enough because it's gonna move and it's not get a good contact. But this is really good contact because it's bare metal. And now I'm gonna run power, ground, and everything on the remote. For the speaker wire, you want to make sure this copper right there is hitting the metal right there. and a lot of people they just push it in and then it only hit the rubber right there, and then it's not good because it's not getting the right resistance, the right output, and then it's gonna burn up the speaker wire because it got hot. So always make sure you're not putting on the So the red wire that I ran, I hook it up to the two white and the white and the gray, which is positive, and then the black would be the one with the black stripe, both sides. I use one channel. All you need is one channel for your subwoofer to work. And then you got power right there. You got ground. I did have to use the ground wire from the line out converter Lock 2 to the black wire go to the ground, and then the blue wire from the Lock 2 to the remote. That's what power the amp when you turn the key on or the system on. So now I'm ready to turn it. Now most of this harness got an ANC. You're gonna have to click on menu, turn it to the right to the SVC. You want to change it. Change it. Let me see what I need to push a button. You want to push this select button right there. The SVC part, I didn't, to off. Click the off, and then you can just press menu back to go to the main menu. Now